What's up, y'all? Cam that guy here, back once again with another YouTube video. All right, you know what I'm saying. So in this YouTube video, I'm going to be giving out some advice. All right, the last advice video I did was called life advice. Right, I gave out nice, good, solid advice. So I got another advice video. Okay, I think you know what I'm saying. Why not do this video? You know what I'm saying, based off all you know what I'm saying of shit that I just see that goes on since me being free out and about and shit like that. Let me give out some advice video, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a positive advice video, right? Yesterday, I just wanted to give out life advice, kind of just let everybody in the city know, like, what's up, what's the deal. Yet, they probably forgot that video, you know what I'm saying? So, I will definitely rewatch that video before I leave the house and shit. I plan to do another watchathon, you know what I'm saying? If I could come across it, you know what I'm saying? If I could get to it in time, you know what I mean? I don't really know. But I do plan to do another watchathon. I got a Bible video dropping tonight. I am adding this content, you know what I'm saying, to my channel, right? You know what I mean? So yeah, that will be dropping tonight. And I got a few other things I'm adding, you know what I'm saying, to the YouTube channel to make it more appealing, you know what I'm saying, to people out there, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting off the new year, right? You know what I'm saying? I started off with a workout video. I got an advice video, right? This is the second advice video, and I got a Bible video dropping tomorrow, right? So this is gonna be nice, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be really, really good and cool to, you know what I'm saying, do, right? But here we go, you know what I'm saying? Advice. So the advice I wanna give out, you know what I'm saying? This is real interesting, right? I actually, you know what I'm saying, we wanna do something, you know what I'm saying, helpful for everybody across the country and the world. So my last video, I gave out life advice, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy. Before I get into this video, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoy my fitness, workout routine that I ended up uploading, right? So the main thing is I have to find a way to eat properly, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I gotta rob accordingly. I gotta eat properly, put the right stuff in my body so I'm able to go about my shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a horrible lunch today. I had peanut butter jelly, which was all, you know what I'm saying? If I eat too much of that, it's gonna make me poop, right? Because you know what I'm saying, the peanut butter, that's gonna make you do that, right? You know what I mean? And then you got jelly, all that in between, right? And then I had a goddamn pizza or whatever the fuck. I sent, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, somebody to buy me some food. They got complete bullshit. That's why I was like, okay, I like this shot for myself. So like I said, tomorrow when I leave the house and shit, I got a lot of shit I'm about to take care of and all that in between, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's great, you know what I'm saying? I plan to, you know what I'm saying, take care of. I got a lot of shit I'm about to take care of, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get my body right, all that in between. I got good ass shit getting ready to come tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be one of my best days, but so you know what I'm saying, today, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving, you know what I'm saying, just, I just want to talk to regular people out there that never even crossed paths with me before, that watch me, that have admiration towards me across the country or the world, wherever the case may be, right? Now, I never said this advice on camera, you know what I'm saying? But I think I, you know what I'm saying, just spoke on shit regularly and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like on the lines of this, you know what I'm saying? I want to speak on, you know what I'm saying, like, job process, and as far as, like, how to do good with that. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I want to speak on job processing, right? Because a lot of people do not do a good job at their jobs. You know what I'm saying? And so what I mean by that is simply this, you know what I'm saying? Back when I was in the workforce, right? You know what I'm saying? This is some shit I was just looking at, you know what I'm saying? I kind of want to give out advice to, like, how to handle bad job management or just bad job situations for anybody that's watching. You know what I'm saying? I gotta try to come up with a topic to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I tweet on Threads, give me some advice. Nobody gives me advice, but people like to give me advice. Like, let me give you some advice. I don't need your advice, you know what I'm saying? I'm way ahead of you, man. You know what I'm saying? Most of the shit y'all telling me, I already know. Like, I was not born yesterday. If you gonna give me some advice, give me advice on how I can make some money or some shit like that. Do not give me advice that a goddamn middle school or elementary schooler knows. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for real, you know what I'm saying? If you want to give me advice on how I can make some money. You see what I'm saying? That's what you need to give me advice on, right? I need to be the one giving y'all advice. You see what I'm saying? I know how to give advice on anything. You see what I'm saying? I know how to give advice. Niggas, a lot of niggas don't know how to give advice. You know what I'm saying? They're bad at it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to advice, you need to ask me. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to do. It's so crazy that nobody like asks me for advice. Like, please fucking ask me for advice. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never seen that I like it, bro. Like, I beg people to ask me for advice. Please. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never seen that I like it. So I gotta come up with advice to give out on a fucking channel. Like I said I was gonna do. I only got one advice video out. And I'm like, bro, I gotta come up with some more advice videos to fucking throw out. You know what I'm saying? So I can add this shit to 2025. Because I only got one in 2024. Anyway, man, I want to give advice on how to handle job management and job people and shit like that. Just, you know, because I remember back when I was in the workforce, granted, the world was a little bit more normal around this time. I'm speaking, when I'm speaking like this, I'm speaking to people outside of the city of Tallahassee in Florida. So this video is not addressed to nobody in the state of Florida. Right? This video is addressed to somebody probably in like New York or Texas or Louisiana, California, Massachusetts, or some shit. You know what I mean? This is just for the typical average worker that views me or listens to me, or anybody outside the country, like anybody, you know what I'm saying, wherever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Anybody around the world that's listening that works a regular job. You know what I'm saying? That's what this advice is for. You know what I'm saying? It's not just for... It's not for nobody in this city, you know what I'm saying? This city is a goddamn horrible place that needs to be bombed, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, America does. But anyway, let me get to it, man. So, I want to give advice on job management, job people, your coworkers and shit, and how to handle it, right? So, back when I was in the workforce, right? Back when I had a job and shit. I mean, I knew how to do my job description, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like much to talk about, you know what I'm saying? So, it's sort of on the lines of like, okay, you know, listening to myself talk, I'm like, I can give advice on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know how to maneuver in the workforce. You know, being a celebrity and shit, it puts a lot of, you know, you go through a lot of things and shit. So it's like, okay, I'll go like this. What to do, you know what I'm saying, when you first get a job? Well, let me begin like this. How to get a job. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off like that. How to get a job. Very simple. You do applications, right? Do like 4 to 5 applications a day. You put them shits in. You wait a week or two to hear back from them. If you don't hear back from the company for a week or two, you go up there in person, right? Go up to them in person. You know what I'm saying? You walk in. You see what I'm saying? Once you walk in, you know what I'm saying? You tell them, hey, look, my name is such and such and such. I did a job application. You know what I'm saying? What's the status? What's the update on it? You see what I'm saying? All that in between. You know what I mean? That's what you do, right? You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, once you do that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you know what I mean? They're going to tell you this and that and this and that and this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you know what I mean? Well, you know what I'm saying? They either want to lure you in or not, right? So let me tell you how this worked for me. You know what I'm saying? I did a job application one time I can tell you multiple times where I did a job application. I have more jobs than this Dollar Tree, Home Depot, and Popeyes, right? I got a job at TJ Maxx before. I got a job at Shoe Station before. You see what I'm saying? I got a job at little places like this. I just ended up quitting. But what I'm saying is, it's simple. Like, you do a job application, you wait about 1 to 2 weeks, probably a week and a half. You go up there, let them know. Then they say, blah, 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 blah. Okay. You go up there again a week or two later. You let them know, hey, I just did a job application, all that in between. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? This guy is pestering me. You know what I'm saying? I would do it 2 to 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is just like for people that is struggling to get like a state job either in America or around the world or wherever the case may be. You trying to enroll in retail or fast food because all that in between, right? You know what I'm saying? And we all know, you know what I'm saying, my situation is different. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know, famous person, nobody gonna hire me, all that in between. Y'all already know my situation, right? But I'm talking about just for the average person, right, that can get a job, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Look, you know what I'm saying? I just did this application, you know what I'm saying? You just keep going in and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, okay, let's say they hired, let's say they, all right, we'll bring you in for an interview, right? You get an interview, right? Because you went in that third time, you know what I'm saying? You followed my advice, you went in that third or fourth time. Oh, don't go 4 times. Third time's a charm. Don't do it 3 times. Fuck that job, move on to the next one, right? But I tell you what, you do 4 to 5 applications a day until you can't do no more in a goddamn city, and you keep updating them shits. That's what you do, right? So look, you know what I'm saying? After you do that, you know what I'm saying? Let's say they call you in for an interview, right? This is interviews or like, it's like, you know, it depends who interviewing you, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about my interview experience, right? So my interview experience go like this, right? You know what I'm saying? Most of the times I've been interviewed, it's been kind of like straight. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the times I interviewed, it's been like they ask me questions, I answer them. But when you get interviewed, you need to make sure you ask questions back. You see what I'm saying? Like you need to, even if it's a dumb question, you need to ask a question back when you get interviewed. You see what I'm saying? This lets the employer or the boss or wherever the fuck know that, okay, he's interested in knowing more about my business, right? So let's say if I'm a boss, right? If I'm a boss of a retail, right? I'm interviewing you. I'm asking you, okay, what do you do for fun? Uh, you know what I'm saying? What was your last job? You know what I'm saying? You know, all that in between, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What's your background? You know what I'm saying? Whatever interviewers ask, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking you all these questions, you know what I'm saying? Tell me about yourself, you know what I'm saying? All that in between, you know what I'm saying? What can you bring to my company? I'm asking you all these questions for an interview, right? You know what I'm saying? Um, at some point you need to hit me with some questions. You can either do, okay, I ask you 2, 3 questions, you ask a question back, or you can wait to the end to ask questions, right? Some bosses probably like it for you to ask questions as they're asking you questions, so it seems like a natural conversation, right? But there's some bosses out there that be like, okay, don't talk while I'm talking. Let me say what I need to say, then you can talk. There's some people like that as well. So you kind of just gotta see in between the lines. You know what I'm saying? So like for example, you know what I mean? Let's say let him ask about 3 questions, right? After that third question, ask him a question back. Ask him, you know what I'm saying? What is the work culture like here? Or ask him, what is the pay rate? Or ask him, you know what I'm saying? Or the customers friendly here? Do they take care of the store or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Ask a question like that, right? That lets the boss know, okay, you know what I'm saying? This is not a typical interviewee. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that, you know what I'm saying, seems a little bit different and asking me questions back. Is it gonna be like that, or he gonna be like, okay, he just cut me off while I'm trying to ask questions? So you gotta hear his response, he or she response, once you ask that question back. If they seem a little irritated that you asked that question, wait till the end to ask questions, right? You know what I'm saying? But if they actually, you know, if you ask that question back and they give you a long ass answer, or when you ask that question back, they answered it and then they ask you another question again, and like in a good energy way, then you can go question for question. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what you want to do in the interview, so it seems more natural, more in the lines of a boss just sitting here asking you a bunch of questions and you just answering them. You're not asking no questions back. You don't have a good chance of getting that job. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? That's how interviews work. You know what I'm saying? For anybody out there that was wondering, right? So you know what I'm saying? So when you go through an interview process, do what I say and you'll get the job. Because if they call you in for an interview, that means they're interested in you. Then after that, you gotta sell yourself. You know what I'm saying? So how you sell yourself? Let me tell you how I will sell myself to a company. I used to work at Home Depot and Dollar Tree. Those are the only 2 jobs I claim. I don't claim no other job. You know what I'm saying? Even though I worked at Popeye, Shoe Station, McDonald's, Blue River Cleavers, Taco Bell, all these little jobs, TJ Maxx and shit, I don't claim these jobs. I only claim Dollar Tree, Home Depot, right? So let's say I apply at Lowe's. I apply at Lowe's, right? I'm trying to work in paint out Lowe's. Now let me not say paint, man. I mean, I obviously I got paint skills. They'll obviously take me. I mean, let me think of something else. Let me not even use that. Okay, these are 2 retail jobs. I'm gonna transfer to fast food. Let me just use fast food. Let's say I'm trying to work at what's my favorite fast food spot? I don't even know. Let's say I'm trying to work at let's say I'm trying to work at 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 if I'm trying to get a food store. What the fuck? I'm trying to work at a Smash Burger or some shit, right? Let's say I'm trying to work at Smash Burger, right? I'm trying to work at Smash Burger or some shit. Um, so I go like this, right? Let's say I'm trying to work at Smash Burger, but I got no restaurant experience. Here's how I would sell myself to Smash Burger, right? Even though I do have restaurant experience, this is how I would sell myself to them, right? Without claiming any of the old jobs. They'd be like, okay, what can you bring to the Smash Burger company? This is real easy, right? I'd be like this, okay, look, I have cash handling skills. I used to work at Dollar Tree. I know how to count cash. I do know how to count cash by hand, my nigga. I can count cash good. You see what I'm saying? Not as good as I used to, but I know how the process of going when it comes to counting cash. You know what I'm saying? Even though I use the money counter, I can very much well use my hands to go through it. You know what I'm saying? I can very much well do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, not a whole bunch. I can't count a whole bunch of hundreds. I can't do all that. You know what I'm saying? But I can count a couple of thousands. You know what I'm saying? By hand. You know what I'm saying? I know the process of it. You go through that, you know, that sense of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I got taught that manager position. It taught me how to count cash really well. And I'm glad just in general I worked at a cash register. It taught me how to count cash, and I always counted it right. You know what I'm saying? I never had a bad counting cash. I always had a good tilt. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to count money, right? So I'd be like, okay, I know how to count cash. I can show them my records. I can say, look, I can say to the Smash Your manager, look, you can go over to the Dollar Tree I used to work at. You can go ask the district manager, regional manager, store manager, and out and assistant manager that's still there. You can ask them. Never had a bad cash money handling record. You know what I'm saying? Only had like a few, but for the most part, perfect. You know what I'm saying? I know how to count money, right? That's it. That's if they have me taking orders at Smash Burger, right? You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, I know how to do that, and I have good customer service. I have good patience, and I can tell them, look, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know what I'm saying? You ran on me now. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like get bothered by slavery anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, slavery, I see it. You know what I'm saying? I hear it. I see it online. Shit, all that in between. It don't even bother me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, be a slave. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I mean? You see that shit? It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, as long as nobody don't try to touch me, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool at this job. You know what I'm saying? As long as nobody try to get physical, I don't give a fuck what verbal shit you say. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You not paying me, so it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So like I said, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be at this register, right? And you know what I'm saying? And be like, welcome to Smash Burger. My name is Cameron Scott. How may I take your order? You know what I'm saying? Then gonna say blah 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 blah. I'll be like, okay. I type it in, shit. I tell them this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Hand them a receipt. I say, have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Or I ask them, would you like anything else? You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to do that. Would you like anything else? You know what I'm saying? That makes it kind of seem like you kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't really like the idea of people saying that. You know what I'm saying? A few people say that to me. Would you like anything else? Like, no. I put in my order for what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to feed me more, man. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I mean? You're not supposed to say that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's good for the company for you to do that, but some people might get offended, especially if you do it to somebody like that's big or fat. They gonna get offended by that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be careful about how you go about that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. You never know how one person might react. You know what I mean? But take the risk. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, you know, da da da, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like on the lines of, you know what I'm saying, I'm the Smash Burger employee. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be up there like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And they was closed yesterday, by the way. They was closed for no reason yesterday. That was the only store in the plaza that was closed. I thought it out there. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's say I'm at Smash Burger. That's what I would do type shit. That's what I would do type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? I'll, you know what I'm saying? Do what I do. That's all people do at Smash Burgers for the register. Right? Now, let's say I'm a cook, right? Let's say I'm a cook. Simple shit how to be a cook there. I used to go to Smash Burger like every week when I used to be in that area. So what I would do is I see them and shit. So basically, all you would do is just I'd be like, okay, how do you know how to cook food? Do you know how to cut? Or do you know how to season? You know what I'm saying? Do this, that, make a milkshake, all that in between. Be like, let's say, like I said, I'm only claiming Dollar Tree and Home Depot. Be like, I'll be more than willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? All this in between, right? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna teach me. I'm obviously gonna know how to do it because I have natural cooking skills. Because I used to do that type of shit or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna do it and shit. You know what I'm saying? All that in between, man. I'm trying to use some like I'm trying to give a good ass analogy. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. So I do that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I do that shit. They go see me and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like on the lines of, you know what I'm saying, selling yourself and be like, okay, yes, you know what I'm saying. I used to, you know what I'm saying. My uncle taught me how to cook. You know what I'm saying? My uncle taught me how to cook hamburgers and fries back while I was younger, and I know how to do this and that and the third. That's just selling yourself, right? You can't sell yourself on the lines of, okay, I used to work at McDonald's, when you only claim Dollar Tree and Home Depot, right? So you got to be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, I used to. My uncle taught me how to make burgers and fries and milkshakes and drinks, all that shit in between. I know how to do this. I'm good at this. I know how to cook this, that, and the third. That's how you sell yourself to a person. It's like, but say the truth. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lie and sell yourself. You want to sell yourself in a truthful way. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie and sell yourself unless you can back up that lie. You know what I'm saying? I hate liars. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a liar. The only lie I ever really tell, you know what I'm saying, is I'm getting ready to take off a day or two or three, and I come back and talk like an hour later or a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's the only lie I ever tell. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, everything I say is truthful. I don't lie. I'm not a liar. I hate liars. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the point I'm trying to get y'all to understand, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you sell yourself, you know what I'm saying, to a person, you know what I'm saying? It's like something that, you know what I'm saying, that you can, do and perform at. You know what I'm saying? That's how you sell yourself. So that's what you would do during an interview and shit like that. You know what I mean? Ask good questions back. You know what I'm saying? All that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very, very easy shit. You know what I'm saying? This video's getting kind of long. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go and wrap it up, so I gotta speed up a little bit. Let me speed up. You know what I'm saying? So look, that's that part. Now let's say you get hired, you get put on the floor, right? It's very simple how you go about mingling with people, right? I'm a good people person. I know how to speak to people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Back then, you know what I'm saying? I like to always say this, right? When I'm hacked and know what's going on, it's very like comfortable for me. When I don't know what's going on, I'm like to myself, simple shit, right? But even when I didn't know what was going on, I was still comfortable. Like back at Home Depot, I was low key comfortable there. Like I felt comfortable talking to niggas, but my conversation skills now versus back then are different. You know what I'm saying? So for the people that talked to me in the past back then, or for the people that been around me back then, I'm a totally different person. You see what I'm saying? I'm 100% better conversationalist since I've been hacked, you know what I'm saying, for these past couple months, or even especially recently, 100% better conversationalist than back then when I was working at jobs. Way better, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why I felt the need to, say that on camera, you know what I'm saying? Just in case everybody forgot that I already said this before. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can have a conversation with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Conversation matters to me. Like, talking matters. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like, let's say you get there, you don't want to come off as no chatterbox, but you need to be talkative, not too talkative, but talkative. Ask questions. Okay, how you do this? How you do that? How long you been working here? Is it cool here? All that in between, right? That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? When you first get a job and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to who is looking at you. You know what I'm saying? There might be a guy that's looking at you in a funny way or in a cool way. It might be a bitch, a girl that's looking at you in a seductive way, or a look as if she probably know you or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find all that in between. You just gotta find out shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to your surroundings. Like the first week you there, like look around like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You need to pay attention to customers that come in and your goddamn employees and shit to see if you might know somebody you might know, or just see who's checking you out. You need to really do that. To whoever's checking you out, that's the person you need to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I wish I would have did this at Home Depot. At Home Depot, I had guys and girls checking me out. I just didn't talk to them because shit, I wasn't talkative. I wasn't as talkative as I am now. You know what I'm saying? That's just me being honest. You know what I mean? Now I'm comfortable. I can talk to anybody. I'm knocking on neighbors' doors. You see what I'm saying? Like I can talk to anybody. Like I feel comfortable to talking to anybody in the world. I don't give a fuck who you are. I will talk to you. I will conversate with a guy. I will conversate I'm conversing with myself, my nigga. You see me? You know what I'm saying? I'm on this shit talking this shit. Y'all know I don't like doing this shit. I would rather talk to a human instead of just talking to myself, right? But that's what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could literally conversate with anyone, you know what I'm saying? It's the easiest thing in the world, you know what I'm saying? I know how to have a conversation. I know how to keep that shit going. You know what I'm saying? I know how to joke around and shit. Even though I'm not a jokester, I don't like to intentionally make jokes. I think I have funny bones in me. Like, I know how to make a nigga laugh and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, conversation is important. You know what I mean? To me, it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? So that's what you do when you first get out of a job. You always the first week you there, you need to look around. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really need to pay attention to your surroundings. Then after that, you know what I'm saying, you can get, you know what I'm saying, kind of just be normal and shit. But you just need to be like observant. You need to ask questions. You need to be engaged. Let people know that you want to be there. And then most importantly, connect with people and shit. Try to network with people and shit. Because at the job, that's when you make the most friends. And that's when people find their partners is at the job. You can ask people, like, literally, bro. If I'm telling you, I think they did a survey. Most people meet their spouses at the workplace. I'm not sure if people know that. You know what I mean? It's either at the workplace. It is only at the workplace. Yeah, at the workplace. I guess after that would be like college or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me being honest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people need to kind of, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when you first get a new job or you first get into a job, all that in between, do what I say and you'll have a high success rate. Go by the rules, don't break them, and get cool with your manager and boss. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to be, you know what I'm saying, his goddamn, you know what I'm saying, I forgot the word you use for it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, just talk to him every now and then, you know what I'm saying, if he's a down-to-earth boss. Some bosses are just assholes, right? But if he's like kind of, you know, normal, talk to him every now and then, not every day. You don't got to talk to him every day, but talk to him every now and then, try to crack a joke with him, and work really hard when he's around. When you see his ass, work. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, he sees that shit. It lets him know, like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm glad I hired him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That is what you do. You know what I'm saying? This is how you get a job. Life advice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody on Threads will ask me for none. You know what I'm saying? So I have to think of advice to fucking give out on my goddamn phone and shit. I'm trying to produce content right now. I'm doing a 3 video today. I got a Bible video dropping in like a few hours or whatever, right? Well, I don't want to say a few hours. They might time skip or something like that. I got a Bible video dropping when evening or nighttime come, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? But all in all, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I really gotta say and shit. And go watch my Merry Christmas video, you know what I'm saying? When I talked about that shit when I was wearing a baby blue shirt. Go watch that video, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so during the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I don't want to make it too long. I want to try to go on the binge watch. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it all the way through because I do got like a few hour vlogs. That's why I try to edit my videos. Like, I literally try to make my vlogs and videos as short as possible, right? That's why I was editing that vlog yesterday the way I edited it. It was too long. Plus, it was some shit I didn't want in there, and it was just bullshit and clout chasey shit. I'm like, this shit ain't going in my vlog. I already knew that from like as I was vlogging. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing, and that's what I ended up doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? Hopefully, I don't have to ever edit a vlog like that again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, you know what I'm saying? This is the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This video is for middle class folks, you know what I'm saying, that are struggling with the job, how to get a job, or how to keep a job, all that in between. How to keep a job is just simply do your role, do your job description. When you see your boss around, work hard around your boss. The main important thing is to show your boss that you worth a damn. Like, show your boss that, you know what I'm saying, okay, I hired you for a good reason type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, show your boss like this, that, and the third. All that in between, this, that, and the third, right? Like, back when I got hired at Dollar Tree again, I showed my old boss, okay, besides you, I'm the second hardest worker here, but your bitch ass ain't paying me. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, you know what I'm saying, I decided, you know what I'm saying, I'm not working there for free. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I showed him, like, okay, I if I want to, I can, you know what I'm saying, throw some shit up. I can stop. I can take orders and shit, you know, but I ended up catching pneumonia. I threw everything off. Plus, they weren't going to pay me anyway. I mean, I put the card in and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They changed my number and shit. They didn't want to give me no money. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep me poor for some reason. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's dumb. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, though, you know what I'm saying? And if Home Depot, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that job, you know? Every time I go there, it's empty as fuck. Like, nobody be there. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, I mean, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It was nice, you know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying, a video that I wanted to do for people that, you know, maybe are looking for a job or currently have a job and shit like that. I mean, I don't want to make this video too long because it's getting longer than I was expecting. I mean, man, I was going to also do like how to deal with like issues at the job and shit, but this video is getting long, so I gotta go ahead and end it. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all, you know what I'm saying, my next video and shit on the tube, on the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Which will be tonight. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoy, you know?